Is it go time?
It's go time.
It's go time. We're going to enter. Wait, is it dramatic? Let's go dramatic.
It's already on.
Are you already on?
It's already on. Yeah. Hi, Steve.
Can you even believe that?
Hi.
Can you even handle what just happened?
Tried to make a dramatic entrance.
I think we succeeded.
Ah, fuck. No.
Oh, you sounded so distressed. I thought something happened already.
No, good. Hi, how you doing?
Do you guys, is anybody even there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ash is there.
Oh, yes.
And then Keith.
Oh, you can look at your
Megan.
phone. Can you look at your phone to see?
I can look at my phone too.
I can't see that far. I don't know if anyone was here last week and now they're here this week, you're going to see, I mean, we're really stepping up our game. We have a candle.
Truly the biggest deal is that I put on a bra with wire in it, which I never do that. Not for anybody, and I'm doing it for you.
I didn't do that. But I appreciate the fact that you did. Let's start with the scotch.
It's scotch time. Scotchy time.
I'm gonna have some water.
We didn't get an official sponsorship in 1 week of scotch.
We're trying.
It's on the way. We did get we got a lovely gift and a recommendation from Oakland Country Club.
Duke and Sean, thank you.
Thank you. Let's see if you can. This is, I don't know if you can read that. This is an Islay single malt from Port Charlotte Distillery. This is an 8-year-old scotch aged in oak casks.
Thank
you.
I hear really good things about it.
Do you sniff the bottle like a?
I'm so lowbrow.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's lowbrow to sniff the bottle. That's why I do that.
Oh, then I'll sniff the bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Not nearly as peaty as last week's.
Well,
I mean, as far as the smell, but let's see.
Yeah,
whoa,
I think it's.
whoa.
Is that too much?
Maybe.
It's supposed to be heavily peated.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Which is, that's.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think as much. Last week's was the Ard bag. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, which I've been saying wrong my whole life, I guess.
What did you say?
Ardberg.
There's no R.
There's no R.
Well, there
I just
is one R.
invented an R. An extra.
You guys play Wordle? Speaking of R's?
Steve may have started early. I arrived.
Are we confessing to that? Really? I don't usually.
The people have to understand what's happening.
Yeah. A good friend and client came over. He's going back to Florida tomorrow. So today was a 4:30, 5 o'clock, come over, hang out, play some billiards.
That's a thing that we have to do eventually because I've been
I
trying to
just
get
don't know the
on
production.
this pool table.
Well, how do we do that? You're
I
not
don't
putting
think that's
your water
a thing.
bottle on it.
No, there's no water bottle. I don't think that's a thing we do tonight. But at some point, what if you guys get in on betting on who would win between the two of us?
I'll fucking smoke you.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
All right, I'm gonna fucking smoke her.
Okay.
Next week we're playing.
Cheers.
Cheers to fucking you getting smoked next week. I just don't know how we're gonna set this thing up.
We'll figure it out.
All right, cool. Next week, billiards. Smooth.
Definitely peated.
Yeah, but it goes away.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call it. They're calling it heavily. I don't know if it is.
But it's going away. It doesn't have the.
It's not a burny, lingery.
Not at all. It's very smooth.
It's very smooth. This was number 11 on Whiskey Advocate's 2021 list of 20 best whiskeys. Yeah.
We're not worthy of the top 10, but 11, not bad. We'll see if we get a gift next week of one of the top 10.
I think if we get 20 people watching, they will maybe let us break the top 10. But until then.
So a couple differences between week 1 and week 2 is the candle.
Yeah, we're trying to up the production value a little bit.
And we're not playing copywritten music.
Yeah, so it's a little quiet. That's okay.
Yeah, we got caught last week.
Yeah, put on whatever you want to put on in the background.
Miles Davis, if possible. All right, what are we doing?
So not to shit talk this scotch because it's a phenomenal scotch, but
It's easier to drink. It's easier to drink.
Sure.
Than last week's. It's much easier.
But I don't like easy.
Well, it's not Japanese easy. It's not Japanese whiskey easy.
So we both agree that we like an Islay Scotch. We like the peaty. If you are going to the store to get your...
I think we're in the minority, by the way.
Really? People don't like the peat?
Yeah. I don't believe they do. I think like the Suntory vibe, just super easy to drink. Like no bite, no kick.
It's entry level.
Yeah, but it's
quality.
It's quality, and you can just like socially drink it, and kind one hates peaty.
Do you think there's like a masochistic element to liking the peaty?
A little bit. It's kind of I don't know. I mean, it's kind of akin to a cigar or something, or maybe even a beer, right? I don't know anyone who's ever had a beer right out of the gate, first beer, that said, I like the taste of that. Or like coffee, like black coffee.
Yeah.
You don't just drink coffee.
Taste.
Yeah, you got to work on it.
You're right.
I think that's this vibe, but this is nice.
What's your default Islay? Like if you are running to the store and you don't have time to think about what it is, where do you gravitate? You don't have a default?
No, not really. I mean, the crazy thing is that like Lafroig is usually the one I drink. But
that's not crazy.
Well, but it offends everyone.
Because it's too peaty?
Yeah, I mean, literally Silas, I will go back in the house afterwards and he'll be like, dude.
Oh, I love that.
You smell like shit. It's, my family is not a fan.
Car wash song. I don't know what that means.
I mean, do you want us to sing Car Wash?
No.
From the 70s?
No. Oh, no. We're not going to sing anything.
I'll sing?
No, we're not.
I had Stag earlier.
That's a bourbon. We can't talk about that during Scotchy talk.
Is Stag a bourbon?
Stag's bourbon. Stag's bourbon.
Here's the empty bottle right here. Oh shit, it's a bourbon.
Yeah.
You're totally right.
Yeah.
It's good though. Okay.
So,
should we talk real estate?
Yeah. We should talk about real estate stuff.
Does anybody have any questions about real estate? It's been an interesting week, actually.
Yeah, I feel like pretty much everybody that I've talked to inside and outside of real estate is so burnt out that they're basically like a charred corpse at this point.
Although, I agree. I mean, like literally, there's no coming back from that. It's very difficult right now. But we've had a really successful Wednesday to Wednesday.
Yeah, that's true.
We've opened like 3 or 4 restaurants.
Yeah.
So it's tough, and there's not a lot out there. But
we're all still working.
We're all still working, and we're opening and closing escrows. We've got 2 closing this week. We've opened a couple.
I don't know how interesting this is for people.
No, but I mean, I think if you're in the market.
Yeah, don't lose hope.
It's good to hear that. Yeah, it's good to hear that.
There's still stuff to be had.
And we actually pivoted 2 clients that were wanting to get into the market in LA and ended up buying in the desert. So that was an interesting thing as well.
All right.
Yeah.
I know that we had some people who had questions from before that didn't get their questions answered. There's that one. You remember about what improvements?
Oh.
Yeah. So we had somebody ask.
Who asked that? Oh, Eric.
Eric Roy.
Eric. Yeah.
For homeowners, presumably.
They just bought a kick-ass house.
Newish homeowners. They want to know what improvements.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah.
Just real quick while we're on this. So, they bought a house in the Hollywood Hills.
We said his full name. You want to give
me
the address?
No. Don't say the name. Don't say the name.
Okay.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, don't even say location.
No. In LA. And the famous mountain lion.
Oh, fuck.
Visited. P23 or something like that.
Yeah.
Was in their yard on video.
So one of the improvements I would suggest for them would be, what did you just buy? Coyote piss?
I just bought like 8 gallons of coyote urine.
8 gallons of coyote urine.
That was delivered today.
Because coyote urine keeps
pests away.
Pests away?
Yeah.
I feel like you could pay a college kid
to urinate?
Yeah, and that would do the same thing.
Wait, what?
It would do the same thing.
It would
be way cheaper than buying gallons and buckets of coyote urine.
So wait. You're saying to keep rats away.
Yeah.
Human urine?
Human urine.
Ooh.
On a college student diet?
Maybe. But I think it's got to be a predator. I just bought a bunch of.
Pretty much every guy I knew in college was a fucking
That's
predator.
a predator, yeah. No, that was witty and sad. It was.
Anyway, so what should people like Eric
Kitchens
do?
and bathrooms sell houses.
Okay. I think we should attack this like in layers. So like an overall to all homeowners, which improvements are going to be the most profitable long term, and then like we'll go into something a little bit more specific, because you just said something interesting with kitchens and bathrooms that I feel like fits in the specific category. Because when I saw that question, the first thing that occurred to me was like foundation work.
I was thinking, okay. So so you're thinking maybe more nuts and bolts, and I was thinking more
nuts
aesthetic.
And bolts because it's like,
well, sure, you got to do the unsexy stuff.
Yeah,
you
the
gotta do
unsexy stuff, because that's the things that people stress out about. So like if you're a buyer and you're looking at a place and you're like, look, we did the foundation in 2018, we got a new sewer line in 2019, we got a new roof in 2020. You don't have to worry about any of that shit. Then you can just worry about decorating.
No, I can dig that for sure. And now
like that stuff none of that shit is going to go out of style. A new sewer line doesn't go out of style.
No. 10-4 on that one. I'm a little buzzed. So slow down on the 10-4 comments, Mr. Clark. That's all I'm saying. Third person Steve.
This might be like a 20-minute.
Okay, so I agree. We'll double back on that, and we won't go too far into it because it's probably pretty boring. But now there's a new trend in LA that's been happening in Northern California for years, where the sellers are inspecting their houses right before they go on the market, and then they're giving the buyers all the information. So it was very common, and still is a little bit, to do essentially two negotiations. You negotiate to get the house, get into escrow, and then you've got a period of time, 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, whatever it is, in the contract to then do your inspections and find out what you find out about the house, and then renegotiate. So two negotiations. The new thing that's been happening up north for years, and now it's trickling into LA, is that you're showing them under the hood. You're saying this is every single thing we know about this house. Here are all the inspections and reports, all the disclosures. So at that point, if the foundation's broken, if the sewer line's not happening, it's an old vitrified clay line that has root intrusion and all these different things.
Just throwing around big words.
We talked about grammar last week. Vitrified.
Proven worth.
I have another word.
Petrified.
What did I use? I used a big word yesterday. It'll come back to me. It was a good word. But yeah, you got to get that stuff fixed for sure. I mean, if you or disclose it, but then they're gonna pile on you at that point.
Right. So you bring up an interesting thing.
Vitrified clay.
Yeah, exactly.
Very interesting.
This is a common thing up north, to give all these reports up front. And then the objective with that is that they want the buyer to write an offer that's totally non-contingent, because we're in the situation where it's super common to be removing your appraisal, removing your loan. The only thing left is the inspection. So if they provide you all of these reports, they're hoping that you'll just write, as we say, zeros across the board.
No contingencies.
Very interesting situation. I had a client this week who, maybe 2 weeks prior, we got into a situation like that, and everything was very transparent. There were all of these reports. It was very clear that the house was in very good condition, like tiny little handyman shit. And so they wrote no inspection contingency, and they felt good about doing that. Now, they see this other house this past week, and
they didn't. So they wrote and didn't get it.
They wrote and didn't get it. They're in backup.
Okay.
First backup. Questions about that if you want.
Email us all the questions.
So this other house comes on, and it seems like a very similar situation. They're giving us all of these reports up front, and the buyer goes, do we do the same thing that we did last time? Do we write no contingencies? But all of those reports on that house, every report might as well have had a fucking middle finger drawn on it, because it was all of this information, and basically every report ended with can of worms, like we don't actually know,
so they didn't
and
fix
it could be really,
they're just disclosing
nothing is fixed, everything is disclosed,
right.
And it was a fucking wreck.
Well, so then you either write at a pretty serious price, and then
Right.
keep
It was already.
so you write in, and then you keep your contingency in.
Right.
Or you factor in all of that and make your final offer, and maybe you don't get it because someone goes higher.
The way that one played out is that another buyer didn't have somebody like me on that side saying you can't just remove it because you have reports. The reports don't indicate anything.
Right.
And the buyer who got it removed everything because they had reports. Mm-hmm. Even though they're not conclusive in any way.
Yeah, I mean, that's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary. But again, this market,
the buyer in question, my buyer in question is a first-time buyer. They are on a real human budget.
The budget is everything.
Right. If you have all of the money in the world and you're not a real, a first-time buyer, you're super experienced, or you're a fucking contractor, whatever, by all means, gamble.
Yeah, you got to be very careful. we're pretty good at kind of explaining, though, like what worst-case scenario could be.
Sure.
Right? I mean, if you see the sewer line report and it says the sewer line's broken,
right,
and then we make a phone call to our sewer line guy, it's like he would be able to say it's probably between $6,000 and $8,000, and worst case scenario is 15.
Right, and that's what we did. We went through all the numbers of like worst case scenario with all of these things. This is an extra $80,000 of unsexy shit on top of. You need to redo the kitchen and bath are falling apart. You need to everything cosmetic, and then $80,000 of unsexy shit.
Mm-hmm. What part of LA was this?
I don't want to say.
Okay.
I don't want to give anything away. There's
so
little inventory right now that
this is
things,
happening?
Yeah, this was this week.
Oh, okay.
So those things plus the location.
So just lie. Say it was in.
It was in Montana.
Montana. In Santa Monica, on Montana. See what I did there? Because we don't handle real estate outside of California, right?
No.
All right. So long answer to that question was the unsexy stuff is very important to get, dealt with. But I think then when that stuff's done, the fun stuff is kitchen and bathrooms, cell houses.
Yeah. Okay.
You can go big. You can go big on a kitchen.
I want to have a difficult conversation about kitchens and bathrooms because I've been in we go in a lot of places. We go in a lot of places all the time, all over town. Everybody thinks that they have good taste.
Oh, you're freaking me out right now.
Everybody thinks they have good taste because we're a polite race of people for the most part. Everybody thinks that they have good taste, but it's not possible for everybody to have good taste. So, my advice, if you're trying to make money on remodeling your kitchen and bath for sale, is unless people are constantly telling you what good taste you have, unless they're constantly complimenting what you're wearing or what your house looks like.
It's a fine line even then, to be honest.
Even then.
Yep.
Don't make any of these changes without talking to somebody who does that for a living and can guide you in terms of making remodeling changes or zhuzhing or whatever according to what's going to make you the most money.
But I think also, hold on, because you're right. Absolutely right.
Don't rely on your own taste.
No, Lord no. But there is a difference between the last minute zhuzh.
Yeah.
Like we're coming in like the one you did today.
Yeah.
Won't mention any names. But that'll be on the market in April or March?
March.
Okay, so we know definitively we are going to be making these changes and the owner isn't going to be living with those changes. This is to sell the house. Now that's one thing, okay? So keep your vibe out. Uh-huh. Let's bring in an expert and let's go for the big demographic. This is what people like.
The current.
But if you're like you and Daniel, I've never called him that before.
In the midst of a La Croix burp.
Yeah, that was a La Croix burp. You and Danny just bought a house. Your kitchen's fucking insane anyway. But let's just say that it wasn't. You would be remodeling that kitchen thinking
for us to live in for a while.
For like 7 to 10 years.
Right, so you don't do like the ultra trendy, everything that's coming out right now.
Well, but you also don't necessarily want someone to tell you exactly like, only do this kind of backsplash and this color and Swiss coffee, whatever. Okay. When you're like, no, but I really want this thing. And it's like, well, for 7 years, you can live with...
And you're segueing into the other important thing, which is if you're doing that If you're remodeling something in your own space that you're going to live with for a while, you have to listen to what the house is. If you have...
You're talking about like a Spanish versus
right, exactly.
Right,
if you bought a Spanish house and you see, your Instagram saving and housing all of these super contemporary kitchens, that's lovely. Don't put that in your fucking Spanish house. It doesn't, just because that's what you like and you're gravitating towards right now, don't destroy what the house is. Let the house be what the house is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, keep it period friendly.
Yeah.
For sure. But there is
That's the other thing. So if we're talking about money that we put into improvements and what's going to make you the most money, if you have a character house, like if you bought a Craftsman that's not in great shape, one of the best things that you can do for your investment is to restore it.
Absolutely.
Because the person who's going to buy it is going to want all of the original stuff.
Character.
Character.
So not necessarily the original, obviously systems
not the original
and things
furnace
like that.
and shit.
But if you can marry, I think we all know that there's a lovely moment where you marry the old character with new amenities.
Right. Yeah.
So, but if
and
you
there's
have
there's like a cottage industry of bathroom fixtures and things like that that are new to look old. They have the character, but they work a whole lot better.
Yeah. Yep.
Shout out George's showroom.
Oh yeah, who wrote that?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, I thought you just wrote George's show. I just actually
showroom in Pasadena.
Well, I just talked to them today,
Yeah.
actually, to Rick and Ben. But yeah, I mean, just go over there. It's
if you're trying to find like vintage-looking fixtures that aren't gonna fall, like the diverter in my tub, I fucking hulked it off immediately.
Hulked it off.
Immediately.
Where do you come up with it?
Well, Danny said that one because he thinks I'm like a little angry Hulk.
Did you see the thing I sent you guys the other day with Chris turning into the Hulk?
Yes.
I don't know how he did that.
It's an Instagram filter.
It is?
Yeah.
That's the thing we're on right now?
That's how he did that. He just
Can we do it right now?
shows a filter. You can't, I don't think you can do it on
with the
live.
candle, like scary. Like,
No.
Okay. Yeah. But I mean, it's how simple is it nowadays? You just Google like
old to look new
like
fixtures.
mid-century modern kitchen or like whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're
simple,
redoing our kitchen literally right now.
Yeah.
Like we're meeting with them tomorrow. We're working with House of Honey, and they're incredible. And I think, to be honest, like it's funny you say that. Like unless people are saying to you constantly how good you are at it, I mean, like this is what I do for a living.
Yeah.
And Kindwin has always been like really like better than average, and we're still hiring someone to help us.
Yeah. If you can spring to have somebody help you,
it's just like
obviously
the little things.
There's going to be somebody else who's better at it because it's their job.
Yeah, and they can source things. Like I don't know if you can see the counter. I don't know if it like even shows up, but it's the little things. They're able to go, oh, I know this cool material, and
they
I
just know about shit that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the time.
Yeah. Well, and or the inclination or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. What do we have questions? We are just rambling
I
today.
got some questions for you if you want questions.
Let's do the fucking questions.
What?
I don't know. I was going to talk about the Scotch again, but nobody cares. It's good. I actually really
very
like
good.
it.
We're gonna finish the bottle.
I like it more.
You like it more now?
Yeah, it's like
Because you're drunker.
I'm a little drunker, but I really dig that it just goes away.
I don't mind a reminder that it's there.
I don't like that. Like a minute later, you're like, I don't like that.
That's how you taste Scotch. You go. All right.
I don't like not having music. By the way,
I know it's really.
We
weird,
should find.
I don't know.
Well, we should just
we gotta
find music
figure
that
out
we'll
how we do
use.
that. Okay. What's the best thing that happened to you today?
Oh, we're just going there?
Yeah, why not? What's wrong with there?
I don't know. I thought we were real estating.
Oh, no. The real estate portion of this is done. You're free to leave if that's what you were here for.
I had a great day today.
Unless the best part of your day had to do with real estate.
Well, I mean, I'm having...
Pick one thing where you were like, that's the highlight.
It's interesting. Today was a good day. Today was a fun day. I met a couple of really cool new clients. I saw a condo in downtown LA that we're going to get going, and that was cool. That guy's really cool. I mean, as cheesy as it sounds, I hate to be that guy, but I went to the doctor today.
You got a good bill of health?
I went to the, well, I mean, you know, it's all relative,
comparatively.
Right? Yeah, I went to the endocrinologist.
Oh, that's great.
Because I am a man that does not have a thyroid.
Yeah.
And I did all my blood work a week ago, and she ran through everything with me today, and the levels were perfect, and I was like,
that's a huge deal.
that's pretty fucking cool, yeah. Because I take a little pill every day that fakes my body out and thinks that it's my thyroid.
Yeah.
And if that isn't right.
If you guys know what that pill is called and you put it in a message, we're going to give you a thumbs up.
I can do one better. If you get it right.
We will mail you one pill.
No, I'll send you a mug.
Send you a mug. We'll send you
first person to first. How do they get it to us? How do they get the medication named to us?
You have to, and you can't Google it, but you
don't Google it. Don't do that.
Comment what you think the.
First person to say the right medication for someone who doesn't have a thyroid gets a free Clark Living Musicians Helping Musicians mug. I'll send it to you. Yeah, that was cool. How about you? What was your best thing today?
Unequivocally.
Is it unequivocally or I say it wrong. Unequivocally. Yeah, okay. I think I put a B in there somewhere.
Like supposedly?
Supposedly. Unequivocally?
No. That's
awful.
Not just a B.
That's
you
shit.
added a whole
Okay,
syllable.
that's all right. Unequivocally.
Without a doubt.
Unequivocally.
The best thing that happened to me today was I was on a walk, and there was a woman walking towards me, like a tired, not in a good mood looking woman, and she had 2 giant dogs with her. And one dog just made a fucking beeline for me, and I gave it my hand to sniff, and then I pet it.
Were you scared, or was that?
No.
I get scared.
No. So I'm just cuddling the dog, and she's looking at me, and she goes, she does not go to strangers.
Oh.
She does not like strangers. I'm like, oh, well, I like her. And she's like, she was just floored.
Did you offer to take the dog?
No. But it made her happy that her dog was nice to somebody else. Like, she was in a sour fucking mood walking toward me, and then she had this like moment of revelation that the dog and I bonded, and then she walked away smiling.
But you felt good about the fact that the dog doesn't usually like people and like
yes,
you?
The best thing is that the dog liked me.
Was it a husky?
It was not a husky.
Was
I
it
couldn't identify the breed.
Oh, okay. Was it a Weimaraner?
No,
They're
it
from
was
Germany.
a big fluffy. Well, no, that one's not gonna like me.
The dog's not. Wow.
It was some sort of big fluffy something or other. I don't know. Oh, that doesn't count. You're his daughter.
I can't read.
Lulu said the name of the medication.
Oh, I'll send you a mug, Lou. Lulu's on?
You could have just had one.
She posted, she very rarely posts. Lulu, I'm going to embarrass you, I apologize. But, you know, like the younger generation doesn't necessarily put posts in their Instagram, they just do stories.
Yeah.
So I'm always blown away by like, wow, like
what did you choose to post?
But like these kids have a lot of followers and they have like 7 posts.
Oh yeah, because it's all daily routine.
But she actually posted, she's in Boston and I miss her. And, it was pretty cool because she posted pictures of her birthday last week. And I got to like...
I saw that, I liked that.
I got to go on and see that like... And it's cool too because she had friends that like traveled to have dinner with her, which I thought was cool.
You'll get it.
Can you read that?
Yeah, you can't read that?
Not one fucking thing.
No? You need better glasses.
Yeah.
Expecting a mug.
Oh yeah, I'll send her a mug.
Okay. Let's see what other... what's the dumbest thing you've ever gone to the hospital for? For yourself.
Well, when I was a long time ago when I was touring, this is actually a Boston story, ironically, or coincidentally. I still don't know the difference between those 2 words. I had extreme, like pain in the
nethers.
In the nethers, pretry major pain.
The singular nether or the plural nethers?
It was just the nethers general.
Region.
Yeah, like the undercarriage and. What did you just mouth to that?
I didn't mouth anything.
I saw you mouth
I didn't mouth anything. I just went.
Oh, okay. I thought you like looked at the camera like. Anyway, insecure. So I woke our tour manager up and I said, "Dude, something's super duper wrong with the."
Something's wrong with my taint.
With the genitals. Yeah. And he took me to a.
I need to go to a taint specialist.
Yeah, we went to a hospital and it was like hours and hours and hours and it was a teaching hospital, so I'm like super naked, and all these different people keep coming in and palpating the jennies, and then they were convinced I had gonorrhea, and I'm like, here's the deal. That's just not even.
Here's the deal. You can't tell my girlfriend that.
I was married and I didn't cheat on her, so I was like, this is one of those fucking awful movies where you're like,
well, no.
I never cheated on her, and then they're like,
which one of you rubbed gonorrhea in my dick while I was sleeping?
Maybe she cheated on you.
Oh,
That's all I could think of, because I'm like, but it turns out they came out with a Q-tip like this big, and they were going to put it down, and that was the only way they could test for gonorrhea. And I'm like, I'm out. I'm not doing that. And of course, everything was fine. But it turned out they were just like twisted.
What is it? Torsion.
Torsion. Yeah, it's like
torsion.
testicular. It's just from drumming. It's just like whatever. You sit on them or whatever. We're talking about me. This is awful. Let's move on. But
I asked.
I feel like this is your fault. Yeah. So that was totally
fault.
goofy and embarrassing and not needed. What about you?
Well, it's not good compared to that because it's not a genital injury.
I would like to not have said what I just said. I would like to take that back.
The dumbest thing that I ever personally went to the hospital for was, it's so dumb. It's not even, I had my ears pierced, my earlobes pierced with a piercing gun.
Mm-hmm.
And they became like really irritated and infected, and I was afraid to tell anybody that. So I just didn't do anything about it.
And they got worse and worse.
And they eventually migrated out the front.
We're good.
We're good.
We're good. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Out.
I don't want to talk about that anymore.
In the emergency room. I learned last week doing this to not leave my phone on the table when I'm opening it.
Oh, is that how they saw the password?
Yeah, because it was on fucking camera, like very clearly. It was just there. I'm just swiping through photos. You can see the phone. Yeah.
All right. Can you read? If you can read, are there any other questions?
There are no other questions.
Okay.
No.
We suck.
Yeah, you guys can also ask questions. We're not doing anything. Okay. Who do you think would play you in a movie?
I mean, it's so self-deprecating. It's like.
I wonder if we would say the same person. Do you think we would say the same person?
You go first.
No, because I don't want to insult you.
I just feel like I'm like a little like the dude who played Inconceivable. Like the dude, you know what I mean?
Wallace Shawn?
Iocane powder?
Okay, first of all, Wallace Shawn, I think he's dead.
Iocane powder? Well,
Wallace Shawn is 1,000 years old.
That's how I feel.
No, okay. I was going to say Paul Giamatti.
What? Well, for me.
Yeah, no.
I was like, what?
Yeah, no, I think Paul Giamatti would make a great little Jewess.
Yeah, Jewess.
No, not for me. Fuck.
Paul Giamatti?
But like Paul Giamatti, if you like really cleaned him up and he got in shape.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like early Brad Pitt, like Legends of the Fall.
Okay, it's either
like
really
Tristan.
Handsome Paul Giamatti or really fucked up Ed Harris.
Ed Harris is a hot toddy. Ed Harris is a hot toddy.
Ed Harris is still pulling ass.
You know what? So kind when I started losing the situation up here a long time ago, and honest to God, like no fewer than 100 times kind of said, Ed Harris is hot. Like that's been the go-to forever. It's like, Ed Harris is hot. I'm like, well, yeah, but I don't look like Ed Harris. The only look, I lost 48 pounds, but it's like every bald guy. It's like, oh, well, Bruce Willis is hot. You're like, well, yeah, Bruce Willis is hot.
By the way, very smooth. If you have better answers to who would play
don't do
Steve,
that. Don't do that.
No.
I think let's go to you for a second.
Okay, you go first then. Who do you think? Don't insult me. I'll throw a drink in your face.
I know nothing's coming to me. Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti. He's a character guy, you know? Super
Bill
personal.
Pullman?
Bill Pullman?
No, I don't know.
It's a tough one. Pretty singular.
It's a tough one. I don't know. Let me get back to you on that.
Okay. I think there's an actress named Mae Whitman.
I know Mae Whitman. She's awesome. She was in on Reno's show.
Something between
she's great. You know what? That's a good
Mae
one.
Whitman and a Christina Ricci when she's in a chunky face.
No. I can totally dig that. And Dude, May's great. She was like a child star.
She was.
That's crazy. So you said yesterday, come up with a bunch of questions to ask me.
Yeah,
and I didn't. But one of them that hit me yesterday and then just came back.
Oh. Uh-oh.
This is fun.
Uh-oh.
This is fun how it all turns around. I tend to not be a great listener.
Steve, do you have any tips on putting? What are your tips for putting?
Well, who asked that question?
Jeff Botsford. Hi, Jeff.
You know why he asked that? Because he's a better putter than me. That's exactly. He's fucking with me. Jeff, you're fucking with me. Keep your eye over the ball. Don't stand inside the line. That's all I got for you, Botsford. Ask Danny. No, so I was going to ask you. You said bring up some questions, and I'm a better. I just talk a lot, and I don't really listen. That's kind of one of my things. And we've known each other a very long time, and you have mentioned that there was some early childhood acting.
I should specify there was some early childhood auditioning.
Did you get anything?
A lot more auditioning.
Did you book anything as a kid? I believe you did.
I did a commercial.
See?
I didn't do any movies or TV.
What was the commercial?
A McDonald's commercial. Oh.
That just happened.
Yeah. I was in a little McDonald's.
How old were you?
I was 4.
4?
And it played during the NBA Finals. And it played on repeat. So like it was a big deal.
Okay, let's talk about why you were auditioning for McDonald's commercials.
I wasn't auditioning. I did not audition.
Oh, you were just on the street, just being all hot, and some
little
dude was like, "Hey, little hot 4-year-old."
I was in a
gross. Did I just say hot 4-year-old? Cute. Hey, cute little 4-year-old. Do you want to be in my commercial? And done.
Good night.
I didn't mean that. I'm drunk. No. But how did you end up on a McDonald's commercial?
Somebody came up to me in a McDonald's when I was shoving my little face full of food.
I don't believe it.
And they were like, "You are adorable. Would you like to do that on camera for money?"
Allie.
That's what happened.
How many auditions did you go on?
0 auditions for that. I went on a bunch of auditions after that, and I didn't understand.
Oh, after?
After that.
So you booked a national commercial by not auditioning.
By eating a sandwich like a little fat piggy. I was the cutest little fat piggy in the restaurant, and they gave me a commercial.
Oh no! I just blew all the oxygen out of my head.
But nobody explained to me because I was like a small child and dumb. Nobody explained that when you go to an audition, you're not just supposed to be yourself. I didn't understand the concept of acting.
If they find
nobody taught me anything. Nobody explained anything.
If they find you at McDonald's, they're just asking you to be you.
Right, but on subsequent auditions, I didn't understand that I was supposed to pretend to be somebody else.
Well, why would you know that?
Why would a 4-year-old know that? You have to teach a 4-year-old how to be sexy. They don't just know.
Sexy?
Don't go down the young child road with them. That's
Who
really
said
more.
That? Who said that?
That's really more of a Jeff Botsford situation.
Man. It's the Jeff show.
Than a Steve Clark situation.
We saw each other yesterday being the Botsford.
I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah.
I miss Jeff.
In the office. He and I have a story that I don't think we can ever tell anyone, but it was...
We should probably... next question.
Creepy.
Your daughter is texting me.
Oh, Lulu's texting?
I hope it's nothing bad.
She's probably telling
you. She Google imaged Paul Giamatti and texted me, this is correct. I fucking told you.
I literally thought that was me.
I thought it was you to begin with, too.
I am not kidding you.
I am a casting director.
Creepazoid.
Told you.
He's got more hair.
He even has the same glasses. It's an old photo. That's old. That's an old photo.
Show the picture. Let's do side by side.
I don't think they can see, but I'm
gonna
bring this up. Which one is Steven which one is Paul Giamatti?
That guy probably knows more about real estate than me too. What was he in?
Sideways.
Sideways.
Sideways is the thing that we all love him from.
So good. So good.
Okay.
You know who I'd like to look like? This is a random one.
Okay. Oh yeah. Let's play Fantasy League.
I mean, look.
Who would you rather look like?
We're gonna stick on the kind of the bald.
Okay.
Like I can't just go.
Fantasy within the
like,
realm of reality.
Yeah. Well, this isn't realistic at all, but I'd like to look like Stanley Tucci. Pretty random, right?
It's not random. He's an attractive bald person.
I just think he's cool.
He's very ripped.
He's ripped?
Very, very ripped.
Oh, well, then that's not realistic.
Yeah, you'd have to get very muscular.
I said I would do yoga with you once a week.
And you did the one time.
No, but...
And by the way, every fucking week, that my sweet woman comes up to me and says, "What happened to your friend?" What happened?
I love that
your
people are
friend?
like, here's what people say out loud in society. Oh, I love yoga. It's the only place I can relax. It's so zen.
I've never heard anybody say that in my life.
I'm in my zen place when I'm doing yoga. I'm like, I went there one fucking time and it was the most painful.
You were really stressed out the whole time.
It was torture.
That was a level.
When do you
level
get,
one? Level one.
When do you zone out and get in your fucking bullshit with that? I'll do it again if I get to look like Tucci.
Yeah, you're not gonna look like Tucci doing yoga.
Okay.
That's heavy weightlifting.
Who do you want to look like?
Elizabeth Taylor, when she was young.
She was so.
When she was young,
she was,
not toward the end.
She was awesome.
Yeah.
She was.
Looking
Oh no,
more
not
like
at
her
the end.
toward
That's
the
like
end.
Elvis at the end. You're like,
Right,
mm.
right.
No, she was
Yeah.
amazing. It was amazing.
That's the goal.
It's playing her. I just read an article. If there's some movie.
It's not Lohan again, is it?
Lohan. I don't think so.
Did you ever play Did you see that movie Liz and Dick?
No,
Do you know what I'm even talking about?
I do.
Okay. When Lindsay Lohan played Elizabeth Taylor.
I didn't see it, but yeah.
We made up a drinking game for that, and it was you had to take a sip every time Lindsay Lohan was not believable as a human. We blacked out like 40 minutes in.
Yeah. First quarter of the movie, everyone's passed out drunk.
Oh. What was the first?
This is that thing that happened last week where I wanted it to be done.
You want it to be done? It can be done.
Well, no, I just feel like are there any good, when I brought this up, it was like, hey, well, on Wednesdays we should talk about real estate. And I know that's boring as fuck, but it's like, okay, so then we'll implement some Scotchy talk and some fun stuff. But at the core,
it's meant to be.
I want to help people.
Helpful.
I want to help people in a pretty serious real estate world right now.
Yeah.
And nobody's asking any real estate questions.
We asked a real estate question. Not so much. I don't think this should be weekly. I'm just gonna go out on a limb.
Oh, I have a question. How many people are on there right now?
I don't want to say.
Just a handful.
I don't want to say.
Okay.
A few close friends.
All right. So we switch it to.
Yeah, maybe this is a monthly affair. Do we plan better?
Could be monthly and a better
Could be
plan.
monthly.
I can dig it.
Yeah, so that we have things to talk about.
I still won't have things to talk about.
No.
Although this week I know how to turn it off.
I think it's funnier if you fumble around for a while.
Yeah, but you can't fake that.
No.
What was your first car?
You asked me that last week, you monkey.
Did I really?
Yes.
What was it? Tell me and remind me.
It was a minivan, a Plymouth
Oh yeah,
Voyager.
no, we did talk about that. And we talked about McDonald's. Okay. That's all I know. That's all I've got.
What was the first album you bought with your own money?
Oingo Boingo.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
That would have been Only a Lad.
That's one of my favorite albums.
Yeah. Everyone said if you don't get straight, you surely go to hell. But Johnny didn't care. He was an outlaw by the time that he was 10 years old. He didn't do what he was told.
We just learned a thing.
Just a gangster.
Learned a thing.
A juvenile prankster.
Only a lad.
You really can't blame him.
Only a lad.
Society made him.
Good night.
What was yours?
Oh, it's not good. I don't want to tell you now.
I don't think a lot of people are going to be like, Oingo Boingo, great first record.
Yeah.
And
a great
I did
record.
Maynard Ferguson Life in San Francisco was another one that I bought right at the beginning, but those were some good ones.
Do you know a band called Veruca Salt?
Of course.
Okay.
They were fucking great.
Veruca Salt's 8 Arms to Hold You. Yeah. Yeah. See
I love that. Veruca Salt's great. Do you know where Veruca Salt came from, the name?
Oh, come on.
I know, but there are people out there that don't know.
If you know where the name Veruca Salt comes from, we'll send you a mug.
You mug.
Nobody's listening.
Fuck. They're just like, you guys are fucking idiots. Let's peace out on this.
Okay, we gotta do, I'm gonna maintain tradition.
Oh, I always hit this.
We're gonna do a top off and a send off. Little top off.
Is Lulu still there?
I can't tell.
Lulu, I got your car back today. It's got a new engine.
He drove it drunk.
I did not drive it drunk. Mom drove it. But the coyote urine we bought is to make sure the rats don't get back in her car.
You gonna pour coyote piss all over the car?
Cheers.
Good night.
Cheers. Okay, here I go. You ready?
You don't shoot the whiskey. Don't shoot the
No.
scotch.
Oh wait, Lulu. Yes, sir. You got your car back, kid. She's pretty. She was all cleaned up. All right, so creepy. It's
Creepy?
Christina Ricci.
Not exactly. All right.
Meg Whitman? May Whitman.
Bye.
All right, watch this. Boop.